Welcome to the Dave Palma Show, the podcast that revives, restores, and awakens your innermost capabilities.
You have the training and the talent to succeed, but do you have the guts to fail?
I love what I do. When you love what you do, you want to be the best at it.
Today is about the power of you. You will change the world.
Find your path to success through the journey of those who have succeeded. And now, your host, Dave Palma.
Hi, welcome back to the Dave Palma Show. And my guest today is Matt Borka, Hungarian-born entrepreneur and researcher who's lived inside three economic systems, blends hard data with lived experience, and is cutting through the noise to explain why so many hardworking people feel the American dream is quietly slipping away. Matt Borka, welcome to the Dave Palma Show.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, pleasure to have you here. Very interesting conversation we're going to have today, really, especially with the digital age of AI. Lots of weird and wonderful things going on with it, actually. I do use AI, but there's some very bad things as well. There's dark places that it can go as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag. Yeah, for sure.
But obviously, you're looking at the economic systems and everything else. So having lived under very different economic and cultural systems, from Hungary to Scotland to Southeast Asia, what moments or experiences most shattered the stories you were told about hard work and success? And how did those moments reshape the way you now explain what's really happening to the modern economy?
Yeah, I feel like probably the biggest one for me is that I've been feeling this ever since COVID, really. Yeah, there's something going on with the economy. And I'm not only talking about like there's stagnation or maybe there's a recession, but I feel the rules are changing very rapidly and we're shifting away from more of a rule-based system and it's turning into something else. And yeah, it's been just, a little bit not great to see it, right? Because I'm coming from a country where, we had to kind of fight for a rule-based system, and we're still fighting for that to this day. And I feel that things are shifting in the West so much so that perhaps we're almost like we're going backwards, which is like not nice, right? And yeah, I never thought that, the 2020s would be like this. So yeah.
It's quite interesting, yeah. But when you say you come from a country, you're talking about Hungary, or you're talking about where you are now, or?
Hungary, yes. Yes, Hungary. Yeah, that's what
you was actually born in Hungary, but you moved to Scotland, which is obviously I'm from the UK. So
correct.
How long did you live in the UK for? Was that while the pandemic was going, or?
Yeah, no. So what happened was I moved to the UK when I was 22. I moved to Scotland, and then COVID hit, and I was here. So my wife is Thai, and what happened was I could not go back because the borders were shutting down, and I wanted to stay with her.
Within days, boom,
and within days, it happened, and I didn't go back ever since. And eventually, we decided that we're gonna settle down here. So yeah.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Actually, it's quite interesting. When the pandemic hit, I was dividing my time between London and Philippines, so that's why I stopped over in Bangkok quite a few times. And my wife is from the Philippines. I've got a daughter that was there as well. So,
nice.
And then of course the same thing happened there as well. And in fact, Philippines had one of the strictest lockdowns. It was actually second to China, which obviously, they were really strict about it. Yeah. You couldn't go anywhere. The kids weren't allowed out at all out of the house under 18s. All schools shut down for 2 years,
Really?
Yeah. But my podcast just went, it just exploded. And, I had to do most of everything else online as well. Any coaching or any, obviously I had to pivot from any kind of one-to-one fitness type thing face to face and obviously do online stuff. And most of it was podcasts, really, and it was a good way people use their podcasts, and it monetized a bit, and here I am. But yeah,
that's awesome.
But you're in an interesting situation because you must have been in the UK just before that, prior to that. We're talking about economic systems when Brexit hit.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's
correct.
And then of course, the Ukraine war, which is not far from Hungary, happened as well, and that sent ripples around the world because of cost of living crisis and the oil and everything else. It wasn't just Europe that affected by it; it's the whole world, really, because
Correct.
So,
and so much has changed so quickly, and I think for a lot of people out there, it's very difficult to wrap their heads around like where things are going and how to position yourself if you have a business, right? Or even if you don't have a business, a career, like what to do, what not to do. I feel ever since I did a Google project when I was in Scotland, that was really nice. And right after that, I went completely remote. So ever since like 2019, 2018, 2019-ish, I've been working remotely, and I'm super blessed. Because if that hadn't happened, I would have been in a very different situation, right? Like, because my online income has been it's been sorted out, right? Even before COVID, so that was kind of nice.
What is it? How do you make your money online then? I mean, I do the classic. I mean, obviously, I couldn't speak during the pandemic,
right?
But of course, a lot of stuff speaking went online as well. So they were kind of like the podcasts were it's still classed as a platform for speaking. Like what you're doing on my platform. Do you see what I mean? So but obviously, I had a book which was published in 2014, and obviously some coaching and other bits and pieces you do to monetize it. I mean, are you on the same model or you're a different model?
A little bit different. So I've been doing media buying, so Facebook ads for the past 9 years. Yeah. So that's how I got into it all. So I always wanted to get into marketing, but I lived near Edinburgh, and even though there were agencies there, but it's not like London where there's significantly more opportunities. So I ended up finding this American agency through a podcast.
Right?
I was actually
it's amazing what podcasts can do for you, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So I started working for them. I worked for them with them for a couple of years, and then
this is while he was in Scotland.
Yes. Yeah. I started working for them while I was in Scotland.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit. Yeah. And then in 2020 I moved, and I kept doing. I worked for them from here for a couple of years, and then I moved on and did my own thing.
Yeah. Because I mean, basically, I was born in the UK as well. I mean, my parents are immigrants, obviously, but I kept the kind of like dividing my time between Philippines. But when COVID hit, it was like the same situation as yours. I want to be with, especially we've got a daughter there. It's like secondly, you had like 5 days to get out, and then and then you got trapped. I think India was the worst place, but you got trapped, and it's like I think the British embassy's saying, "All right, well, you got to pay £1,000," which not a lot of people had, because you go there. Most people went there just kind of like traveling, and they're on a budget, shoestring budget or whatever. And you're not going to pay £1,000, or you haven't got that at hand to get out within that 5 days. And it was like, I know some people that were just trapped where they were, not even necessarily in Southeast Asia. I mean, some were in Holland. I had them on my podcast. It's like, I can't really get out of here. But I'm on a podcast. I'm a millionaire. I just can't move from here. Things like that.
Things were so weird. I remember when I was flying in, because they were already announcing like how many people got sick per day and that sort of thing, right? So I had to sort of calculate. I actually had to change my flight, reschedule my flight, and fly earlier, because I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to come here at all, because I had a flight booked, and then oh gosh, I'm like, if I fly in May, there's no way I'm not going to be able to leave at all.
Yeah.
Because the numbers are going to go up so much that the UK is going to close borders, and that's
so much uncertainty going on when it first happened, the lockdowns and everything. So, and then it's a global issue, so it didn't matter where you was really, because I was living in paradise, at the end of the day, as long as we had like a gate pass just to get to the pharmacy and supermarket, but actually we're out in palm trees and nice surroundings, in a little kind of like villa kind of thing. It's where we live, but it's kind of like that. Thailand's very similar to Philippines in that way, so
very much so. Like the climate and the weather.
Just forgive me, Filipinos, but the food's a little bit more bland, and I like the Thai food a little bit, but I like my spicy kind of Thai.
So,
but anyway,
it's great.
Anyway, without going that, let's get back to your original question, because obviously we're looking at AI, the economy, systems, and things like that. Tell us more. Let's go reflect back to that question, because now we've obviously got a background of what happened with you, what happened with me, even. People know a bit more about that. I'm in the UK permanently now, but
for me, a lot has changed, especially the past year, because a couple of years ago, I really wanted to scale my business, meaning hire people and all that. And then especially the past year, I started to use AI more and more.
Yeah.
And I managed to, because I do ads.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I managed to automate so many things that right now I'm currently managing 11 accounts.
Yeah.
And that would have never been possible a couple of years ago.
Yeah. But I can believe that. I can believe that. Yeah.
Maybe like I have a pretty nice portfolio, right?
Yeah.
But and I've been doing this for 9 years.
Yeah.
But still, I'd say if you really want to take care of clients, 5 the most. And you have to be like really good already, and they cannot be big accounts. But right now I can do 11 because I'm leveraging AI and I'm using AI for a lot of things, and it's super helpful because with Claude I can organize things in projects.
Yeah, I've never used Claude actually.
It's great for copywriting.
Oh right, is it better than
ChatGPT? Deep research. Yeah,
better than ChatGPT.
I'd say yes.
Better than Gemini.
Yes, definitely better than Gemini.
All right, I'll have to look at that one. But yeah, that is the way it's going. As I say, the bad things about AI is the deep fakes and things like that.
Correct.
And obviously it gets dangerous. It gets pretty dangerous. And obviously with the stuff that's going on between Russia, America, and putting, stuff out there.
Geopolitical. The geopolitical factors are. Yeah, there's actually I don't know what you noticed, but I feel the YouTube algorithm has changed a lot, and it's more geo-based now.
Right, I didn't know
just
that.
Like TikTok.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel
TikTok. Yeah, I did know about that. Yeah,
but I feel like Instagram has started doing that as well, where when you're in the UK, maybe you're gonna see more content that is UK related, not necessarily. Yeah, sure. Like you'll see like what you're interested in, but I definitely noticed the more I travel, I see that the content shifts.
Right.
Especially specifically TikTok the most, but I've also noticed YouTube doing that as well. Right.
Oh, I see.
And it's great for short form content, right? Yeah. Because it gives you more exposure if that's your game. But I feel for long form, it's they should do something else.
Yeah. What you're talking about, ChatGPT or Claude?
Oh, sorry, I meant like the social media.
Oh, social media, the
algorithm.
Oh, right. Okay, you're talking about YouTube, Facebook, and things like that.
Yeah,
TikTok. Yeah,
and I definitely feel that what we talked about earlier, the geopolitical risk is the reason why maybe they're doing something like that.
Yeah. But you can pick up obviously people from other different countries. I see people, that are on my feed, and it comes across, but I see your point there. And it's the algorithms you're talking about, and you have to understand that really as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but going back to the question, I was getting lost a bit here. Let's go back to it actually, just so we
No
don't.
worries.
Uh, Having lived under different economic and cultural systems, obviously in Southeast Asia now, what experience most shattered the stories you were told about hard work and success? And how did those moments reshape the way you now explain what's really happening in the modern economy? So I suppose you're partly saying that, really, with the.
Yeah. So probably another thing is that uh, I definitely feel that things have been harder in the 2020s, right?
Yeah.
When I arrived in the UK, you know, I fresh out the boat, so to speak, right? I was doing.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that. UK is hot topic over here. No,
Right.
sorry, I don't mean it in a horrible way or anything like that. But is there
No,
a
I
lot of
know.
politics going around with boats and migration and things like
Yeah.
that? But yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you mean. You're saying it in a kind of
Yeah.
metaphor way. Yeah, I know.
Yes, exactly.
Because obviously
Yeah, so-
Brexit was the situation before that, and now it's moved on to
Yeah.
the small boat.
Yeah, exactly.
situation.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, like
I know what you mean
I
now. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I have to correct it a bit. I don't want to get any politics. I mean, I've got a politics
Oh, I
degree,
know.
but I really don't want to have people chasing after me.
No,
So
for
you
sure.
said this on it. But yeah, no.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
you arrived in the UK.
Yes. And I mean, at that time, it was pretty easy to move for Hungarians,
Yeah, that's
Polish
right, yeah.
people, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. It was,
Mm.
hey, here's my ID or passport, and
Mhm.
that was it. And I literally left at the age of 22, right, with no more than a degree in English. That was it, right?
Yeah.
I started out in hospitality, and that taught me a lot because that was first job. I never really worked back home because I was really focused on studying. So I
Yeah.
never really did summer jobs or anything. So when I moved to the UK, like that gave me a lot of life experiences for sure,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
I was thrown into completely new culture. Obviously, I had to get used to it, right? I had to understand the dynamics of it and how to be successful. So yeah, I guess moving to a different country with a very different culture, it teaches you a lot about
Yeah.
how to stay humble and how to navigate, because you never really know like what to expect, right? So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just true, and I suppose we both have that experience in Southeast Asia, and as I say, there is kind of similarities with Thailand
Yes,
and
and I did it again.
I was used to it because obviously I went to my mum's country in the Caribbean and my dad's in Mauritius, and there was a difference, but it's kind of a kind of combination when you go to Southeast Asia, really. So it's kind of like loud. It can be loud, but it's quite mellow as well, and nice people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So obviously the dishes are slightly different in each culture, but it's something I was used to because I used to travel back to my mum and dad's country when I, years and years back before even I went to Southeast Asia, really. But yeah, I understand that as well. So how's your life evolved now then? I know you're saying you're successful with these 11 accounts. Tell us your success story now, and what you're moving on to doing now.
Yeah, so I this year I decided to put a lot of effort into my personal brand. I really want to focus on my YouTube channel, and I mean, I'm scaling that, so that's great. Working on videos, and I'm also going on podcasts, which is great.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm very thankful because I also have great partnerships that are very close knit, and yeah, like I put a lot of effort into kind of figuring out how I want to do all that, right? Because I said earlier, previously, I wanted to build like this big business, and in the past couple of years, I realized I'm much better off and I'm happier as a solo operator, right?
Yes.
Instead of doing too much, I want to focus on quality partnerships that I really enjoy. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to continuing those partnerships this year, coupled with focusing on my personal brand.
Yeah. Yeah. What is your personal brand, by the way?
Oh, it's just, me.
Oh,
Matt
right.
Borka.
Your name.
Yeah,
Your name. Yeah.
yeah, just me. Yeah. And well, part of the reason why I really want to do this is that I've been doing media buying and digital marketing for the past 9 years, but I decided that it'd be good to sort of talk, have discussions with people, because I'm a very talkative person. I can talk about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice, doing videos. I really enjoyed that. I started it last year, and I really love it. So it's just something nice to do on top of everything else.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, why not tell everyone where they can find you and then find out more about what you do? And I don't know if you have a book or anything to also mention.
No,
I don't know.
No,
don't worry about it.
I don't have a book.
Yeah, you don't have a movie or anything like that. No, I mean, I have people. Films and books tend to be, I've even had celebrities on my show, but it tends to be the very popular thing that a couple of comedians, that's a very popular podcast thing. But yeah, tell us more about what you do and where they can find you before we go.
Yeah, so if you search for Matt Borka on YouTube, you're going to find me. You're going to find me there. And my company is called Company Growth Partner. So feel free to check that out too. If you go to companygrowthpartner.com, you'll find a little bit more about the business and what I do. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it. Yeah. Excellent. Well, I suppose you're going to just, what is it? It's almost time for bed for you here in Thailand, isn't it? 9 o'clock, or unless you go to one of the night markets or something, I suppose. Don't go to one of the. Well, actually, Pet Pong has only got a nasty end to it, but it's actually quite nice, isn't it? Around there, isn't it? They've got a nice night market there. There's a lot. There's plenty of them, isn't there? Really.
Oh. Yeah, there's so many night markets. Yeah, there's
and then of course there's a popular Cowzen Road as well. So
everybody. Or not, I've never been.
Never been. Oh right, okay. But it should be starting off now, and then it'll start being live and kicking in about an hour's time. So you haven't missed the boat there. All right then. Yeah, I could tell you Bangkok on the back of my hand as well. But anyway, yeah. I mean, I actually stopped over when I was coming back with my wife and daughter to just stay in the UK because I had health problems. I had to really stay in. Obviously, health service is much better here. So we stopped over in Bangkok. They love it there, and we just went to lots of places and went to the zoo, the safari they've got there, and there's a big kind of theme park there. I forgot the name of it now. It's near the old airport. It's near the old airport. Yeah, there's 2 airports, isn't there? So
yeah, there's Suvarnapur and Dam Myang.
Dam Myang. Yeah, so we stayed there, and then just got the shuttle bus straight to I can't pronounce it, but anyway, got the plane
Suvarnapur.
Suvarnapur, and then got. I've always gone to the first time I went to Thailand. I mean, I've been lots of places, even Singapore and things like that, because I was based in 2 places, London and London really, but UK, and just going over there to make sure I see my wife and kid, obviously, over the years. But Savarnapung was a very popular stopover place because I had to stop over unless you got a direct flight with Philippine Airlines, which, you didn't used to have a direct flight. So are you going to say, sorry? Yeah. You going to say something?
I was going to say that apparently there's going to be a Disneyland in Thailand.
Oh wow! Okay, well that'll be interesting.
That's what I heard. Some sources claimed that it's confirmed and it is happening.
We've got a Universal. We've got a Universal theme park being built here in the UK.
Oh. I did not know about that.
Yeah. It just started. It's not far from where I moved. I'm now just outside London because of the cost of living. But when I do get my millions hopefully within another year. Hopefully. Anyway, so the theme parks actually, they take long to build, but it's actually being built right now. So yeah, it's quite an interesting thing. Yeah, they did have a Disneyland project, but that got thrown out last year. And I didn't hear much about it. I didn't know about it, but that's quite interesting, isn't it? Really, you have to always have to go to America. I mean, we've been to Disneyland with my daughter, to Paris. Obviously, Disneyland Paris. It's so easy to get to with the shuttle. The Eurostar. Sorry. So
yeah.
Well, Matt, it's great talking to you. I'm sure everyone's enjoyed it.
Likewise.
I was on top of what the main subject was, talking about, our experience and making them jealous about, how nice it is to live in tropical areas, including my mum and dad's country, as well as, what it's like in the UK and the culture and, the benefits of it, as well as your home country as well, in Hungary, which obviously it's not a bad country to visit, actually, is it?
Oh yeah, I mean, tourism is, especially to Budapest. Actually, they want to work on, they want to attract people to other cities, other towns.
Yeah, because there's Buda and there's Pest. It's the South and most people, South London and North London. I know,
something like that. Yeah. So most people go to Budapest, but there's actually a lot of nice areas.
That's right. People don't know that when they that's right. People don't know that when they go to these big name places and they think, actually, there's more to see outside. There's more to see outside LA and New York and Miami. Like that, and and Vegas. They're just big names. But it's so America's so huge. You could go to Colorado and go and things like that. So anyway, Matt, we'll have to go now. But it's so great chatting to you today, and thanks a lot for coming to talk to me on the Dave Palmer Show.
Thanks for having me.
That's all for this episode. Thanks for listening, and remember, if you want to support what we do, then share, subscribe, and leave a review over on Apple Podcasts, or head over to my website, davepalmer.com, and click on Rate Show. Well, that's all for now, but I'll see you in the next episode of The Dave Palmer Show.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.